Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM Dumpster Fire. Today we're here to watch another Monat hun. Her name is Jenny. I've covered her in the past, I think many times before. She used to be a celebrity stylist. I don't know if she still does that, but she's high up in Monat now, and she's been high up I think for a good few years at this point. So yeah, I screen recorded this. I was not listening to it, so we're just gonna watch and react to it together. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video, and as always, big shout out to my channel members, and let's just get right into this.
Routine with you guys while I talk about why the heck I am doing Monat and how you can do it too. All right. So first thing first, I'm going to tell you guys what I'm putting on my face because I'm two things. I'm going to do my face, and then I'm also going to do my oil treatment on my scalp tonight because it's the night before I wash my hair. Hi, Mark. Hi, Cosette. Hi, Jess. So glad to see you guys. Hi, Kimberly. All right, so just got out of the shower. Just finished my team call. I cut Marshall's hair. He's going and getting the girls from dance. I just hopped in the shower because I literally didn't have time to shower today. So now I'm doing my skincare routine, and then I'm going to do my oil treatment. But, I want to share with you guys because it's funny because I always think that I share too much about like what I'm doing and how you can do it too. And then I get constant questions from people, even my own customers, that are asking like, oh wait, so how do I do that? And I'm like, okay, so maybe I don't share enough about what I do and how I do it and how you can too. Okay. So I'm just gonna, what is the word? Kick a dead horse. What is it? Maybe I'm saying the incorrect thing. I don't know. Someone correct me, but I'm going to repeat myself is the PC version of what I'm saying. And just now, FYI, I put on what I do every night. Guys, I am 36, okay? 36. And the skin is skinning. Literally better than I've ever had it in my entire life. This is no makeup. It's the best skin I've ever had in my life. So I'm going to tell you guys the first two products I put on 4 every night. So the first one I did was the beat a dead horse. What is the saying, Mark? What is it? Is it I think it's beat a dead horse? Yeah. Okay. Yes, it is the best skincare, Jessica. Okay. So the first thing I do is the C Radiance Serum. Hello, literal best skincare you've ever had in your life. It brightens everything. So it's funny because looking back at like old photos of me, even in my 20s, my skin is dull. And if you don't know what that means, I don't even know how to describe it other than it just looks tired. And then I do the Age Control Nectar. Cause yeah, I'm 36, but I want to look 22. Because duh, who doesn't? All right, I'm going to do my eye cream and tell you really quick in like 90 seconds why I joined Monat. So first of all, if you have not followed me for a while, you don't know I'm a hairstylist, technically a barber, but a hairstylist of almost 20 years. And I never wanted anything to do with an MLM or anything like that because I always was like, those girls don't have real jobs. Like, let's be real. Like, they just want to stay at home with their kids and pretend like they just make all this money from their phones. And really, the rest of us are out there actually making money doing, like, the Lord's work, honestly. And that's how I felt. And I loved my career. I loved being...
She's mean, isn't she? Mean? Judgmental?
A hairstylist. I had a great clientele. I am really good at doing hair. I'm not going to lie. I had built up multiple clienteles in multiple different states, Colorado and California, and I loved it. But then something happened when my kids got a little older because I became a mom while I was still a hairstylist. And it was fine because I had a nanny and she would take care of the baby while he was at home. And then I would come home and I was like, I had the best of both worlds. Not to quote Hannah Montana, but like legitimately the best of both worlds. Like I would wake up with my snuggly baby And then I would get ready for work and I'd go to work and be a boss babe and make all this money and interact with adults, because as a mom, that's rare. And then I would come home and be a mom again and know that my baby was perfectly taken care of. And it was quite literally the best of both worlds for me, for what I wanted. And then they started getting older. Well, first of all, I had 4. So like we went from 1 to like a lot. Yes, Hannah Montana. Do not diss her. I'm a big fan. So we had 4 kids, pretty back to back, 4 kids in 5 years. And I continued to have nannies, raise them, and it was fine until I realized they were getting older. And it wasn't just like the nanny.
4 kids in 5 years. That is a lot. Oh my God.
Hold on. It wasn't the nanny just coming and like hanging out with my baby anymore. It was like the nanny taking them to like football practice, and the nanny taking them to dance recitals, and the nanny taking them to birthday parties, and the nanny getting all of the experiences that I dreamed of. Like, I didn't become a mom to literally miss all of it, right? And so I started kind of getting resentful of the fact that I had to work, to be honest. Like, Marshall and I started fighting about it, and because I loved being like a career woman, but I also was like, my kids have literally 1 childhood and I have 1 motherhood. And I miss
Nothing we haven't heard before. Like, she's guilt tripping pretty hard people, parents who have kids and then have to go back to work. She's kind of forgetting. Well, I don't think she's forgetting. I think she knows very well what she's doing. I think she's doing all of this on purpose. I think she knows that she's scamming people out of money and she doesn't care. That's my opinion on it, because she's been a top leader for a long time. So I think she knows. There are a lot of people who want to stay home with their kids, but they just can't afford it. They have to go back to work. I hate when, I'm not a parent, but like I really, really hate to hear them guilt tripping parents like this. And if you want to go back to work, if you don't want to be home with your kids all the time, that's completely fine as well. There should not be any shaming, any like parent shaming.
Seeing all of it. And I didn't know like if there was any other option out there for me besides scammy MLM girls who claimed they made all this money, but I secretly knew they didn't. And like bookkeeping jobs and like all this random crap that I had no interest in. And so I just kept doing it. Just kept up with the grind. Just kept doing it. Surviving to the weekends. And at the same time, my hair was a legitimate mess. Okay, that's a really poor timing. I just said my hair was a mess and I'm about to literally take my hair out of its shower bun and it's probably gonna be a mess, so don't judge. All right, so my hair was...
How is it that always, most of the time, these MLM girlies who sell shampoo and are supposed to have their hair as proof that Monat products work, why do they always wear hats or they show up with a messy hair? And they always have to make a disclaimer, not always, most of the time, they have to make a disclaimer. Oh, my hair, it doesn't look great today because of this and that. Shouldn't your hair always look the best? If you're selling shampoo and your whole thing is great hair, great products, why do they seem to always have like fucked up hair?
Thin, broken, stringy, wouldn't grow. I was at a loss for what to do about it. And okay, she's herring. She ain't too bad. She's not too bad. All right. But I had major hair issues like after COVID, and like maybe I shouldn't have even said that. I'll probably get flagged for this, whatever. After having kids, my hair legit wouldn't grow. And so long story short, I saw this company online and I was like, man, all those girls, their hair is insane. And I'm using all the quote unquote good stuff. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try it. Oh, by the way, what I'm doing right now, because I'm done with my skincare. Okay. So I did my C Radiance. It's a vitamin C serum for brightness. I did my Age Rewind Nectar for anti-aging because I'm literally late 30s. We gotta handle this situation. Eye Smooth, Best thing I've ever used for under my eyes. And then I did my moisturizer, which I'm obsessed with. Okay? That was my skin. Now I'm going to do my face. So, I'm using Rejuvenique oil. This is the night before I wash. So tomorrow is wash day for me. So I'm going to use my Rejuvenique oil. It's a liquid vitamin for your scalp. I made a whole freaking reel about scalp health today. Basically, if you want better hair, you got to be doing weekly scalp treatments with this oil. All right. So I saw these girls. I was like, whatever. I'll just try the products. Tried the shampoo. Tried the oil treatments. My hair instantly changed. I was like, what is this magic happening in here? And then I looked into like how much these girls who sold it were actually making, because I'm a businesswoman, all right? I'm selling retail in a salon. I'm not stupid. And I'm like, all right, I'm making 10% on each sale as an employee. How much are these girls making? And when I found out they were making 30 to 45% on each sale of every product, no matter what, I was like, I would be stupid, literally stupid, not to A, offer this product that I'm obsessed with to my clients, but B, sell it myself. Like, why would I point them to my friend?
This is one of the rare things that I mention as well. One of the rare situations where you can actually get successful in an already oversaturated MLM, and it's if you have a hair salon and you can sell these products to your clients, which is what she did. So there you have it. But other people who don't have hair salons, don't have clients that they can sell to, they're just not going to be successful.
I'm buying it from. Like, why not? Why not be the one to put the money in my pocket? And so this was 3 years ago, and I had honestly zero expectations because I have never done anything like this before. I've never been on like social media. I think I had like 300 followers at the time. I've never been in sales, never done marketing, didn't know how to make a graphic, like nothing. And yeah, I was just like really, honestly, my biggest fear was that I wouldn't get a single customer. Like that was legitimately my biggest fear. But I was like, it can't hurt. And I'm going to offer this product to my clients anyways. So might as well just like go balls to the walls and just try it, right? And so I did. And the buy-in was $149, which is still the case today. So when you become an affiliate or partner, whatever you want to, whatever makes sense to you. Some people prefer the word affiliate, like or a brand partner. Some people prefer the word market partner. Whatever makes sense to you, makes you feel good, that's the word it is.
But you're an independent contractor in reality. You're an independent contractor for Monat, so you can use a random word. Affiliate is not the same thing as an independent contractor. So you're using incorrect words. You're using whichever word you want to describe this, but it's actually, you're an independent contractor.
There's truly no other strings attached. So you spend $149 to become an affiliate or a brand partner, and it's all spent on products for yourself. Okay, so what I just put in my hands is my favorite damage repair leave-in. With Monat, you have to emulsify everything because it's all like asleep, basically, because the ingredients are so clean. So because tomorrow is hair wash day, I'm putting the oil on my scalp, and I'm putting this basically as like a mask on my ends. So I spent $149. I picked out all my products. They were all customized to me. And they arrived within like a week, and I started using them on myself. I started sharing samples with my friends and my family and my customers and like everybody. And honestly, I truly did not expect this business to blow up the way it did. Guys, my first month, I hoped to make like $300. That was my big goal because at the time my daughter that was her tuition. Now she's way more expensive than that. But at the time, her tuition for dance was $300 a month. And I was like, if I can make $300, great. First of all, I'm not legally allowed to tell you what I made, so I can't. But I'll say my first month, there was a comma in my paycheck. And that's when I looked at my husband and I was like, this is way more money than I've ever made selling retail at a salon. Like, this is crazy. And I barely did anything. I used the product on my customers or my clients, and I just talked about it on social media like everybody's doing these days. You see all these girls on TikTok Shop and all these things doing this. And I had a comma in my paycheck just from social media sales, all right?
Not making income claims, but making income claims. What?
The next month, I paid my mortgage with my shampoo money, okay? That's when I started to be like, wait, this is real. Like, this is like, I see what everybody's talking about. And I'm not talking for other MLMs. Trust me, I'm not. I am talking about money specifically. I was able to pay my mortgage in my second month. And I live in Colorado, okay? Our mortgages are not cheap, unfortunately. That's when I was like, oh my gosh, this could be real. Long story short, it took off. It retired me. It earned me a Cadillac. It's done amazing things for me.
Okay, you're not retired. You quit your job. Okay? You're not retired. You're still working as an independent contractor for Monat, and you quit your other job probably. So it did not retire you.
My family. I have now been home full time with my family for 2 years. And that is a gift I never ever would have been able to do if I would have just pursued doing hair full time. And I'm not saying that everyone's dream is to be home with their families full time, but like for me it was, because I realized how much I was missing out on. And so I know I'm going on like a whole tangent, but let me get into the nitty gritty. Okay, so I've applied my face stuff. I've applied my scalp and my mask stuff. So let me get into the actual nitty gritty on how you can do this too. Because I know for me, that was the biggest thing, is I was like, I don't want to be trapped into like a pyramid scheme. I don't want to be in something that has any like pressure on me or anything like that. First of all, the first thing you should know, the only expense that you have to pay is the one-time fee of your product pack. Your only investment is that box of products. And it's completely customized to you. So basically, think about it this way.
I thought that she was gonna say, first thing you should know, pyramid schemes are illegal. That argument is my favorite.
You buy a box of products, you get the business free. That's literally the best way I can describe it. So you spend $149. You're gonna get this month, if you're listening in the month of June to this, you're gonna get over $500 of product in your box of product, okay? Because you're getting a bunch of freebies and things like that thrown in your box as a promotion this month only. Actually, not even this month, June 1st through the 15th, okay? So you're gonna get over $500 worth of customized product for you when you only spent $149. That sounds like a freaking good deal in product, okay? You can't go to Sephora and get that kind of deal. You can't go to Target and get that kind of deal. You can't go to your salon and get that kind of deal. After that, there's nothing required of you. Literally nothing. No fees, no monthly minimums, no purchase requirements, no sales quotas, literally nothing, all right? Not only that, but you are handed an entire playbook, like an entire blueprint of how to run your business, how to get started. You have my onboarding system, you have corporates.
None of that matters, because if you're joining an oversaturated MLM, you don't have a social media following, you don't have a hair salon or clients like she did, you're just not going to be successful. It does not matter at all that you get a playbook and whatnot. You have 99% of chances of never making any profit unless you have those very specific circumstances. Or if you're jumping from a different MLM to Monat and you bring a team over with you, then you would see some success. But otherwise, none of this matters. You're not going to make any profit. The majority of people are not profiting.
You have plugins to my team chats. You have a direct one-on-one call with me, getting you onboarded, getting you into your next steps, getting you started, mapping you out to reach your first couple of bonuses. It is so plug and play, okay? So while I say it's simple, it's not easy, okay? So like any job, it is not something that you just can sit back and not do anything for, right? But it is simple. And so if you are somebody that already, first of all, is on social media and you're into like hair and skincare and all of that, this might be the perfect situation for you. And if you're not, and if you're wanting to get into this space, just know that there's people like me who were not into this at all. And I actually learned the skills as I went along. Okay, so I was not an influencer. I was not somebody that knew what I was doing.
Yeah, but you were a hairdresser and you had clients and you sold them and you recruited them into your team. That's why you're successful. And then her social media grew then after, probably. So she's got quite a good following now.
But I learned the skills as I went along. And so honestly, this business can be for anybody as long as you are willing to learn.
As long as you have those specific circumstances that can make you successful.
That's it. That's literally it. You don't have to have a large following. You don't have to have the business skills, the sales experience. You don't have to have any of that. I just ask that the partners that I bring on are willing to be a student and willing to learn. And if you're like, I want nothing to do with the business, I just want to try the products, oh my gosh, I would be so happy to help you out. Using my expertise as a stylist for almost 20 years and now as a Monat expert for the last 3.5 years.
That sounded really fake, didn't it? Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. She sounds very fake. She seems to me personally like she's a very mean leader to her downline. Let me know what you think.
I would love to help you in your hair. But all I'm going to say is this. The time is never ready. Like, the time is never right. It's kind of like having a baby. You never feel actually ready to have a baby. But when that happens, you're like, oh my gosh, this was meant to be. I've never felt more aligned. I've never felt more ready. And that's how this business is.
Okay, this is where I tapped out because, I thought she was gonna say the time is always right. But I guess the time is never right. They usually say the time's always right to join. And it's true, I mean, they say that because they always want to recruit new people. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap that one up here. Let me know your thoughts below. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video. And as always, big shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.